Hello students, in today's video I will be explaining about phonetics and phonology. Let's start with the introduction. What is phonetics? Phonetics is the scientific study of the production, transmission and reception of speech sound. It studies the medium of spoken language. Phonetics is a pure science that studies speech processes including anatomy, neurology and pathology of speech as well as the articulation, description, classification, production and perception of speech sounds. Phonetics studies the defining characteristics of all human vocal noise and concentrates its attention on those sounds which occur in the languages of the world. Phonetics has its roots right from the beginning ancient times. We have some concrete and outstanding evidence of the ancient phonetics of India like Panini, Patanjali, etc. In the present century, phonetics has developed immensely into various branches and is mature enough to claim an independent status as a discipline. The aim of phonetics nowadays is not to provide a notation, it is to analyze speech sound into its basic units, which may thereafter be transcribed in some way. The study of phonetics can be divided into three main branches. Number 1, acoustic phonetics. Number 2, auditory phonetics. And number 3, articulatory phonetics. Number 1, acoustic phonetics. It is the study of the physical properties of speech sounds such as frequency and amplitude in their transmission. Second, auditory phonetics. It is the study of hearing and perception of speech sounds. It studies different auditory impression of quality, pitch and loudness of sounds. Third, articulatory phonetics. It is the study of movement of the speech organs in the articulation of speech. The organ of speech are lungs, larynx, soft palate, tongue, teeth and lips. Articulatory phonetics recognizes that speech is produced by some kind of sound making apparatus inside the human body and that specific sound may be related to specific movement of the apparatus. Speech is produced by the movement of the organs of speech. The knowledge of all the organs of speech, their relations to each other and the way in which they are used while speaking provides a sound basis for the classification of sounds of human language. Now this was all about phonetics. Now phonology. Phonology is the study of system and patterns of sound that occurs in language. What is phoneme? A phoneme is a sound in a language that has its own distinct sound. An example of phoneme is ka, as in the word car, since it has its own unique sound. We combine different phonemes to form words. Now you can see that here a diagram is drawn where it's written phonetic symbols and it's below that 44 symbols, sound symbols. Now here 44 sound symbols is the 44 phonemes. And again this 44 phonemes is divided into two groups, that is 24 consonants and 20 vowels. Now again the 24 consonants are divided into two parts, that is 9 voiceless consonants and 15 voiced consonants. Again the 20 vowels are divided into two parts, that is 12 pure vowels, that is monophthongs, and 8 impure vowels, that is diphthongs. Next, Indian phonetics transcription. Phonetics transcription is a system for transcribing sounds that occur in a language, whether oral or sign. The most widely known system of phonetics transcription is the International Phonetics Alphabet (IPA). Provides a standardized set of symbols for all oral phonemes. Next one is consonant. A consonant is a basic speech sound in which the breath is at least partly obstructed and which can be combined with a vowel to form a syllable. There are total 24 consonants in phonetic symbols. Example: P as in pin. The next one is vowels. A vowel is a particular kind of a speech sound made by shaping the upper vocal tract. While uttering the vowel sound, our mouth opens fully without any obstruction. There are 20 vowels. Example: A as in end. Now, diphthongs. A diphthong is a sound formed by the combination of two vowels in a single syllable, in which the sound begins as one vowel and moves towards another. Now, what is syllable? Syllable is an uninterrupted segment of speech sound, like when we say I, E-Y-E. So, without any interruption, we utter the word I in one syllable, I. So, that is syllable. For example, A as in 8. Now here we can see that a table is drawn and there are two columns. One side it is written IPA symbol and the other side is word examples. Now here IPA symbol is basically the phonemes, that is all 44 phonemes, and here are some examples of that phonemes. So now we can see that above it's written plosive. So what do you mean by plosive over here? So the consonant sounds that is produced by stopping the airflow using the teeth, lips or palate, followed by a sudden release of air. Basically, plosive. In plosive, there is a sudden release of air. Now the first one is P as in pin, cap. B as in bag, bubble. T as in time, train. S as in sing, sun. D as in door, day. K as in cash, quick. G as in girl, green. Now the next one is consonant sounds fricatives. Now here fricatives are the consonant having hissing sound which is produced by air escaping through a small passage in the mouth. Here number 1, F as in full Friday. F as in west village. Th as in thought, think. D as in there, those. Z as in zoo, crazy. Sh as in short, rush. Z as in television, delusion. H as in high, help. Now the next one is consonants approximants. Now what are approximants? Now in approximants, the consonant produced by bringing one articulator, that is tongue or lips, close to one another without actually touching it, that is approximant. Like R as in road, roses. Y as in yellow, usual. W as in walk, wall. L as in law, lots. Now the next is consonants sound affricates. Now what are affricates? So in affricates, the uttering of sound begins as plosive and ends as fricative. Means when we will utter the sound, there will be a sudden release of air, and as soon as that syllable will end, there will be a air escaping through a small passage in the mouth, like ch as in choose, cheese, church. Next one, z as in joy, juggle. Next one is consonants sound nasals. Now nasal sound produced by breathing resonating in the nose, like ma as in room, mother. Na as in now, nobody. Ing as in king, thing. Now we will begin with short vowel sound. Number 1, A as in went, intent. A as in cat, hand. A as in one, love. E as in duty, village. U as in put, look. O as in rob, talk. Next is A as in alive, again. The next one is long vowels. E as in need, beat. A as in earn, turn. Next is O as in talk, law. Next is O as in few, boot. Next is A as in arm, car. Now diphthongs vowels. First one is E as in ear, near. Next A as in hair, there. Next A as in vase, space. Next A as in ice, might. Next Oi as in boy, joy. Next I as in my, side. Next O as in no, go. Next one is ow, that is mouth, house. Now the next one is stress. What is stress? Stress is the emphasis given to a certain syllable in words. In English, stress is produced with a longer, louder and higher pitched sound that unstressed sounds. For example, the word banana has stress on the second syllable. Now, banana. So, in banana, na, we have three syllables. Now, the first syllable and the second syllable, banana. So, in ba, there is no any stress, but is nana, there is stress. So, how we utter the words, at what place we have to press that stress on it, that is the stress. The next one is intonation. Intonation is variation in spoken pitch when used in different modes and on different occasions. Basically, it deals with the voice rise and fall in speech. So there are three main patterns of intonation in English, and those are falling intonation, rising intonation, and fall and rise intonation. Now, falling intonation. Falling intonation in which pitch of voice falls with time. Like in the sentence, I think we are completely lost. So in this sentence, after completely, the word lost is uttered with a fall. So that is falling intonation. Next one is rising. Rising intonation. In this, the pitch of the voice rises over time. For example, put that down. Go over there. So the last word, put that down. So the down, the word down has rise. So that is rising intonation. And the last one is fall rise intonation. That means first the pitch of the voice will fall and then again it will rise. For example, would you like another coffee? So after the word another there is coffee, and here the coffee word, it's rising. So there is a fall and rise. So that is fall rise intonation. I hope you all have understood about the phonetics and phonology and about the phonetics transcription which we use in English.